The first message we have is, "You were sent to me." This highlights the selection process when it comes to high-level connections. This masculine energy is realizing that they didn't choose you, they didn't select this connection. Instead, they feel drawn to you in ways they're not drawn to anyone else. This is the realization they're currently coming to. The main thing standing out to them now is how you entered their life. Until they met you, they had been solely responsible for choosing their partners, often based on physical attributes or other similarities. However, with you, the alignment feels beyond their control. They may still be trying to understand why God sent you to them, especially as there are aspects of you they don't yet have full access to. This external energy, and all these connections, are beginning to make sense. It's as if everything is coming full circle, marking a clear difference between you and others they've encountered. For this masculine energy, the selection process itself is significant. They're noticing a recurring pattern in their choices, especially in love. It's dawning on them now, like a light bulb going off, that the root of their inner turmoil lies in their past tendency to seek external validation. It's becoming clear that the person truly meant for them appeared directly on their path. They didn't have to search for you. Your presence was undeniable, but they questioned it because of unresolved internal conflicts tied to a previous timeline they were still entangled in. Now, they're realizing that God sent you to break that timeline entirely. You were sent to them as a direct sign they were in the wrong place, yet their hesitation delayed the progression of your connection, journey, or shared mission. This is why they now feel extremely unsettled. Once someone experiences divine love, nothing else compares, and it becomes uncomfortable, even painful, to revert to previous stages. They're finding it nearly impossible to outrun themselves, repeatedly encountering versions of themselves they'd rather avoid. It's frustrating for them, a reflection of what they are trying to avoid in their personal journey. Yet all of this is unfolding to help them awaken and realign with their true self, so they can ultimately realign with you, not just physically, but vibrationally. The last message we have is, "I've made so many mistakes." This energy conveys a sense of confession. The motivation behind this acknowledgement is that they feel restricted from your energy until this matter is addressed. The only thing holding them back is their struggle to figure out what to say to you and how to express their feelings. This moment is bittersweet for this masculine energy. On one hand, they're glad to awaken to certain truths and can pinpoint how their internal feelings manifest outwardly. On the other hand, it's painful for them to know they have a divine counterpart in the world while feeling uncertain about what comes next, especially without access to you in the way they desire. This bothers them deeply. This masculine sees you as their equal, even if they've never explicitly stated it. They hold a deep respect for you, divine feminine, which isn't easy for many masculine energies to express. It takes a special kind of feminine energy to earn that respect. They want to take action, but don't know how to approach you at this time. In the past, your connection flowed effortlessly. You could easily pick up where you left off. However, this time feels different, and you may sense that change as well, divine feminine. There's a heavy emotional weight accompanying this situation, and they might be trying to read you, wanting to understand what you need from them at this stage of your connection. This masculine once felt they would always have access to you, but now they're experiencing a major wake-up call regarding how they handled this connection when they had the opportunity. They may also be sensing something restrictive in your aura, as if your external presentation is saying no. This has them questioning whether this is a permanent stance for you or if they still have a way to access your heart space. From a higher perspective, this sense of restriction appears to be a form of protection for you, divine feminine. You are likely very intentional about this. On some level, you may understand that your person is undergoing a significant spiritual lesson. While they are learning what their soul needs, it's evident that they must do this in solitude, especially when new energies are being activated or integrated for their higher good. However, there is still an openness in your aura, indicating that you are practicing patience regarding your person. You are focusing on yourself, allowing this energy to balance naturally. There's also a mention of universal energy at play. Your connection may be significantly affected by this, particularly in the year 2024. The masculine collective will undergo a series of spontaneous awakenings, which, while positive, can also be a frightening process for many. This realization often leads them to understand that the life they've been living has been inauthentic. Consequently, many contracts will end this year. If you've been observing the energy over the past couple of years, you may have noticed numerous separations taking place in relationships. As the Earth continues to shift to a higher vibration, this energy will intensify even more. The masculine energy is experiencing a significant awakening and realization about their connection with the divine feminine. They feel that they didn't choose this bond, instead, it was a divine intervention that brought them together. This has led to feelings of confusion and a desire to address their past mistakes, which they believe is necessary to reconnect with the feminine energy. They recognize that their previous patterns in relationships were based on external validations, and they are now grappling with feelings of restriction in accessing the feminine's energy. Despite feeling a deep respect and equality with her, they struggle to find the right words and approach her. There's an acknowledgement that this time feels different, and both energies are experiencing emotional turmoil. The feminine energy is seen as protective and intentional, focusing on self-care while patiently waiting for the masculine to undergo their spiritual lessons. In 2024, there will be a wave of awakenings among the masculine collective, leading to the end of inauthentic relationships and intensifying the energy of change and separation in many connections. These messages reflect a deep emotional struggle, particularly with vulnerability, trust, and personal growth. Your person seems to be grappling with inner conflict between the more loving side of themselves that you bring out and the darker, more reactive side they've repressed. This duality suggests that while they recognize your positive influence, they're also confronting old, ingrained patterns of behavior, likely shaped by past relationships or personal experiences. What stands out is that they are self-aware enough to recognize this dynamic and its impact on your connection. The fact that they feel the need to check themselves shows that they don't want to repeat the mistakes of their past. They seem to value your relationship enough to resist falling into old habits, but they are also clearly struggling with how to handle this change. The phrase "I can't trust anyone" feels more like a protective mechanism, a way of deflecting responsibility rather than addressing the core issue. It's interesting that they no longer feel like they can rely on this defense with you, which signals that your relationship holds a different level of significance for them. However, this emotional work can be challenging, and the process may involve moments of withdrawal or projection until they can fully integrate these changes. Overall, these messages reveal both the challenges and potential growth in the relationship. While there are still hurdles, particularly with trust and emotional openness, there's a strong foundation and a willingness on their part to reflect and change. If they can fully face their fears and patterns, it could lead to a deeper and more authentic connection between you both. If you don't forget, then write in the comments about how your day went. I will definitely read it. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget, like and subscribe channel.